Hey guys, X-Red here. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Tekkit. I hope to do a Tekkit series in the future, but I thought for now I could give you guys a quick tutorial of just the basics of Tekkit, mainly the machine part of it. And this is usually what I start out with when I first start playing Tekkit. So, first thing you're going to want to look for, well, first you're obviously going to need some sort of shelter, but then you should be looking out for these trees. Now, they are kind of easy to spot because, well, as you can see, they all have 2 blocks of leaves, at least, on top, sometimes 3. And they'll also have these little orangey looking things on the sides of the trees, or like maybe a little bit higher up in the leaves. You're gonna have to look for them. Now, these are called rubber trees. Now, what you can get from them is rubber. Now, you can't just hit it and get it. You need tree taps. Now, the way you make these is like so. So let's take a look. This is a tree tap. And you're just going to go up to the rubber and right click it. And voila. We have sticky resin. Now, this isn't really rubber. Well, not yet. So what you do to make this into rubber is you go over to your furnace. You're going to put it in. And after it goes in, you're going to get rubber. And you're going to use this for a lot of your machinery. So let's go check out what kind of machinery you can make. Let me make it daytime again first. Alright, so first things first, you are going to need a lot of resources. You're going to need copper, iron, tin, coal. Oh my god, so much coal. But let's just start with the basics. So first, you're going to need to get a little bit of refined iron. Now, the way you get that is you just take a regular iron ingot and you're just going to smith it into a refined iron bar. Now that is going to make this little baby right here. It's called a machine block, and you make it just like you would a chest, only with refined iron, and you get a machine block. Now this is probably going to be the basics for pretty much every machine you use. Almost all of them need this. So now, first machine you're going to build is called a generator. This is what it looks like. You're going to put coal in here. It's going to give you energy. This bar is going to fill up, and it'll allow you to power your machines, because you can't use any machines without power. So let's see how to make it. You need a furnace, a machine block, and an RE battery. The way you make an RE battery is right here. You need to make some tin bars, some redstone, and some copper cable, which I will show you in a minute how to make. And that is how you make a generator. Now next, you're actually going to need your rubber for this one. They're called copper cables, and these are going to go on your generator or other machines, and they're going to transfer electricity and power. They're not the best way, but they're really simple, and yeah. So the way you make this is with some copper bars and some rubber. And these will give you 6 of them. And you are going to need quite a bit of those at the start too. Now, one of the biggest things about Tekkit is its piping, because they're so freaking useful. So right here, I have some cobblestone transport pipes. And they do, like the title says, they transport things. And you can also make these the same way out of stone, and they'll just be two different pipes. So if you have cobblestone and you have stone, they won't link up like so. So you make these with just cobblestone and glass, and you get 8 of them. So you get quite a bit. They're very cheap. Now these ones are a little bit more useful. They're wooden transport pipes. And the reason these aren't linking up is because you're only really going to use one at a time. And they're only meant to go on one side of your machine. And the way these work are they're going to transport it a certain direction. So you can take your wooden transport pipe, put it on the side of your machine, then you would hook up these pipes to transport them. This only will give a direction, but I will show you that in a minute, how they actually work. The way you make these is the same as the other pipes, glass and wood. Now this, you're probably going to be using quite a bit too. This is a redstone engine, and these are going to be used to power certain machines as well as these wooden tubes. And I will show you how they all work soon. The way you're going to make these is you're going to need wood, glass, a piston, and wooden gears. And wooden gears are really simple. They are just wooden sticks in a cross on the crafting bench. And you're going to need 2 of those for the redstone engine. Next, an electronic circuit. You're going to need these for a few machines, and you can also make advanced electronic circuits, so best get used to making these. So you're going to need the copper cables we made earlier. You're going to need 6 of them, so you're going to see how much rubber and materials we need just to make something so simple. And you use redstone and 1 refined iron. Now what you're going to do with these electronic circuits is it can be used to make a macerator and an extractor and many more, but these are just basic machines you'll need first. The macerator looks like this. You're going to put ores and I don't know what else, coal, you can put coal in, and it's going to grind it up. It's going to make an awful sound, and that will give you, say you have iron, it will make iron dust, only it'll give you 2 iron dust. And what you can do with this is you can smith the dust into bars. So instead of getting 1 ore from smithing, you get double. So it's very, very useful. And this is how you make it, with flint on the top, cobblestone on either side, machine block, and an electronic circuit. Now this is going to be probably your best tool of obtaining rubber, because you're not going to want to go run around your trees and use your tree tap collecting rubber. It's just not as much fun. And this is Tekkit, so obviously we're going to use machines. So this is what it looks like. You're going to put rubber log tree, the rubber logs from the trees, and you're going to put it in here, and it will give you rubber. You can also put sticky resin in this, and it will give you 3 rubber, I believe, instead of just 1 from the furnace. And this is how you make it, with 4 tree taps, a machine block, and an electronic circuit. Now, I made a little simple demonstration of how you would set up these machines and how they're all going to work. So we have our generator with our coal, and we see we have full power right now. So we use the copper cables to connect the extractor, and this red arrow just means it has full power. We also connected to our macerator, which also has full power. And we have our redstone tube showing that the direction is going this way. We have our redstone engine connected to this wooden tube, which will start pulling the items out of our macerator, and it will bring it, and hopefully it'll put it in the chest. So let's start out with the resin and the rubber wood. So let's see, put one resin in here, starts making an awful sound, and the little bar will go up, and let's see what we get. Come on, you can do it. And there we go, 3 rubber. And let's put some rubber wood in there now. If you get very impatient with these machines by waiting, these little slots here are for your overclocking, which will basically make your machines run extremely fast, but will use up a large amount of energy. And, well, with a generator, I wouldn't recommend it, because it'll just eat up the coal, and it's not much fun looking for coal. So now, let's take a look at the macerator, probably one of the most useful machines. So again, an awful sound, and it'll go up, it's grinding up this iron ore. And very slow, but definitely worth it. And voila, we have 2 iron dust, and you can smith that and get some iron bars. Oops, oh, I shouldn't have taken that out. Now we gotta wait again. And now I'm gonna show you how this redstone engine works with the piping. So basically, if you really wanted to, you can make this all automatic. So you have this powering it, you put your ore in here, you could actually have your ore get fed into the macerator and then get pulled out of this into your chests, so you wouldn't have to do any manual labor at all. So we have 2 in there right now. So let's turn on our redstone engine and see if it works. So as you can see, it's turning on and it's pulling the dust out of the macerator. So now it's empty. We have it going very slowly through the tubes, and let's see, there's 1, and there's 2. So we have 2 iron dust in our chest. So that is just a little demonstration of the basics of Tekkit, guys. I would recommend you start building these machines and parts very early in the game. It'll make your Tekkit experience a whole lot easier, and I will probably make a few more videos just continuing on with some basic machinery, maybe some equivalent exchange, some railcraft. If you guys want anything in specific for me to go over, I can do that too, so leave it in the comments. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Extra here, and I'll see you later.